Welcome to Supernova. In this video, we will be examining the ideas and principles behind the world's economic system. Capitalism is a complex and controversial topic that has sparked numerous debates and discussions over the years. From its origins in the 18th century to its current form in the 21st century, capitalism has undergone significant changes that have shaped our modern world. So, what is capitalism, and how does it work? Let's dive into the philosophy of capitalism. What is capitalism? Capitalism is an economic system that is based on the principles of private ownership, free markets, and competition. It is characterized by the production and exchange of goods and services through voluntary transactions between individuals and businesses. Under capitalism, the means of production are owned and controlled by individuals and private organizations rather than the state. In a capitalist system, the government's role is to ensure the free flow of goods and services through the regulation of markets and the protection of property rights. The market is driven by the forces of supply and demand, and prices are determined by the interaction of buyers and sellers in the market. Individuals are encouraged to pursue their own self-interest, and the system rewards those who are successful in the marketplace. Capitalism also emphasizes the importance of individual initiative and entrepreneurship, as individuals are encouraged to create and innovate in order to gain a competitive advantage in the market. While capitalism has its benefits, such as economic growth, innovation, and efficiency, it also has its drawbacks, such as income inequality, environmental degradation, and the potential for monopolies and oligopolies. Capitalism is a complex and controversial economic system that has shaped our modern world. Its future is uncertain, as the world continues to change rapidly, and different viewpoints exist on how to address its shortcomings and ensure its sustainability. The origins of capitalism. The origins of capitalism can be traced back to the 18th century in Europe, particularly in England, where there were significant changes in the economy and society. Some of the key factors that contributed to the development of capitalism include the growth of trade and commerce, technological advancements, and changes in social and political structures. One of the most influential thinkers who contributed to the development of capitalism was Adam Smith, a Scottish philosopher who wrote the book, The Wealth of Nations, in 1776. In his book, Smith argued that the pursuit of self-interest could lead to economic prosperity for all. He believed that individuals acting in their own self-interest would create a market-driven economy that would benefit society as a whole. Another factor that contributed to the origins of capitalism was the emergence of the Industrial Revolution, which saw the shift from manual labor to machine-based manufacturing. This led to increased productivity and efficiency, as well as the growth of new industries and the expansion of trade. Finally, changes in social and political structures, such as the decline of feudalism and the rise of individualism, also contributed to the development of capitalism. With the decline of feudalism, landowners lost their power and wealth, and new opportunities arose for individuals to accumulate wealth and achieve social mobility. Overall, the origins of capitalism can be traced back to a combination of factors, including the growth of trade and commerce, technological advancements, and changes in social and political structures. These factors created a fertile environment for the development of capitalism as an economic system. The principles of capitalism. The principles of capitalism are rooted in the idea of free markets and competition. Here are some of the key principles of capitalism. Private ownership. Under capitalism, individuals and private organizations have the right to own and control property, including the means of production. This means that individuals and companies can own businesses and other productive assets, which they can use to generate income and wealth. Free markets. Capitalism is based on the idea of free markets, which means that individuals are free to buy and sell goods and services without interference from the government or other external forces. In a free market, prices are determined by the interaction of supply and demand, and individuals are free to make their own decisions about what to buy and sell. Competition. Competition is a key principle of capitalism, as it helps to ensure that the market operates efficiently and that goods and services are produced at the lowest possible cost. In a competitive market, businesses must compete with one another to attract customers and make a profit, which can lead to innovation and improvements in quality and efficiency. Profit motive. The profit motive is a key driver of capitalism, as individuals and businesses are motivated to make a profit by producing goods and services that people want to buy. The profit motive encourages individuals and businesses to be efficient, innovative, and responsive to the needs of consumers. Limited government intervention. Capitalism is based on the idea of limited government intervention in the economy. The government's role is primarily to ensure the free flow of goods and services through the regulation of markets and the protection of property rights. The government may also provide basic services such as infrastructure, education, and healthcare, but it does not play an active role in the production of goods and services. Overall, the principles of capitalism are focused on individual freedom, free markets, and competition. These principles are seen as essential for economic growth and prosperity, as they encourage innovation, efficiency, and the production of goods and services that meet the needs of consumers. The pros and cons of capitalism. Capitalism is a complex economic system that has its benefits and drawbacks. Here are some of the main pros and cons of capitalism. Pros. Economic growth. Capitalism has been associated with significant economic growth and development. Capitalism encourages innovation and entrepreneurship, which can lead to the development of new industries and technologies. Efficiency. Capitalism is characterized by competition and the profit motive, which can lead to increased efficiency and productivity. Firms are motivated to produce goods and services at the lowest possible cost, which benefits consumers. Individual freedom. Capitalism emphasizes individual freedom and the right to own and control property. Individuals are free to pursue their own economic self-interest and are rewarded for their efforts. Consumer choice. In a capitalist system, consumers have a wide range of choices when it comes to goods and services. Businesses must compete with one another to attract customers, which can lead to a wider variety of goods and services at lower prices. Cons. Income inequality. One of the biggest criticisms of capitalism is that it can lead to significant income inequality. The profit motive can result in the concentration of wealth and power in the hands of a small group of individuals and businesses. Environmental degradation. Capitalism can lead to environmental degradation as firms prioritize profits over environmental concerns. This can lead to pollution and other negative environmental impacts. Monopolies and oligopolies. Capitalism can also lead to the formation of monopolies and oligopolies, which can result in a lack of competition and higher prices for consumers. Exploitation. In some cases, capitalism can lead to the exploitation of workers, particularly in industries with low wages and poor working conditions. Overall, capitalism has its benefits and drawbacks. While it has been associated with significant economic growth and individual freedom, it has also been criticized for income inequality, environmental degradation, and other negative impacts. Balancing the pros and cons of capitalism is an ongoing challenge for policymakers and society as a whole. The future of capitalism. The future of capitalism is uncertain, as the world continues to change rapidly. Some experts believe that capitalism needs to be reformed to address its shortcomings, such as income inequality and environmental degradation. Others argue that capitalism is the best economic system and that any attempts to reform it would be counterproductive. In conclusion, the philosophy of capitalism is a complex and controversial topic that has shaped our modern world. Capitalism has its benefits and drawbacks, and the future of capitalism is uncertain. Whether capitalism will continue to dominate the global economy or whether it will be replaced by a different economic system remains to be seen. The philosophy of capitalism is a political and economic theory that emphasizes the importance of free markets, individualism, and private property rights. It is rooted in the idea that individuals should have the freedom to pursue their own self-interest through market transactions, without interference from the state or other actors. At its core, capitalism is based on the principle of private ownership and control over resources and the means of production. This means that individuals and businesses have the right to own and use property as they see fit, and are free to engage in economic activities without interference from the government or other institutions. Proponents of capitalism argue that it promotes innovation, productivity, and economic growth by creating incentives for individuals and businesses to work hard, invest in new technologies, and pursue profits. They also argue that capitalism provides individuals with the freedom and autonomy to make their own economic decisions and to benefit from the fruits of their labor. Critics of capitalism, on the other hand, argue that it is inherently exploitative and creates significant inequalities in wealth and power. They argue that capitalism often leads to the concentration of wealth and power in the hands of a few individuals or corporations, and can result in economic instability and social unrest. Overall, the philosophy of capitalism is a complex and contested area of political and economic theory, with a wide range of perspectives and arguments. However, It remains one of the dominant economic systems in the world today, with many societies and governments embracing its principles and ideas. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. See you in the next one.